Hello, everyone, and welcome again to the Unfound podcast channel on YouTube. I am, of course, Unfound's host, Ed Densel. I hope everybody is having a great holiday season. Merry Christmas to all of you, and I hope the new year will be fantastic as well going into 2024. Before I get started, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. Please like it. Please share it. Please subscribe to this channel, and if you'd like to go one step further, please hit the join button below to support what we do here at Unfound here going into 2024, where, of course, as usual, we'll be covering a ton of disappearances in the new year. Unfortunately, there are a lot to cover, very sadly. As the title suggests, this is a video for the disappearance of Lisa Marie Green. I'm going to reiterate it. Just like I said in the episode itself, that there is a Lisa Ann Green who is missing, but for this episode, it was Lisa Marie Green from Louisville, Kentucky. So what I want to go over first is showing you where she was that day, and then comparing that to where her house was. See, she owned a house, remember, with Nick. But at the time of her disappearance, she was living at her father's place. And so that's what I'm going to show you. So what you're looking at here on the screen, where the little red mark is, that is 1306 Gilmore Lane. And as I think might have been mentioned in the episode, I know I mentioned it somewhere, that this is not too far from the Louisville airport. Maybe some of you have flown into it. It's right there. And then way down there at the bottom of the screen, if you follow the blue line, if you were driving, that's the route, I guess the most efficient route, from her dad's place, Lisa's dad's place, down to the bottom of the page, talking about when we talked about, Lee and I talked about this house that Lisa and Nick had. That is where it is. And you'll see there, right there, that it says, by driving, it's 18 minutes or 1 miles. I think in the episode, I think we rounded that maybe to 20 minutes. Close enough. But is it walkable? If we were to think that Lisa decided she was going to walk back to her other house, is it conceivable? I guess. It's over 3 hours. And in fact, I will go up here and go to you can see me going to the walking route. This would be the most efficient route for walking, and you can see that it would take about 3 hours and 40 minutes. Not crazy, but maybe it is crazy, considering that she was probably in her bare feet, as Leah talked about. So I just don't know. Certainly people have walked. I guess that route would be 10 miles. Certainly not impossible, especially if it's a beautiful Louisville day. And if she left at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, she could have gotten there by 4:30. Easy, very easy to understand. But then you start thinking about her being in her bare feet and seemingly nobody seeing her walking. Maybe that then puts that into doubt. But maybe that was on her mind that day. So now I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to change this over to satellite view mode. So we'll actually see a picture of the area. And I'm just going to take a look at this area so we can zoom that in. Why don't I put that in the middle of the page? Right there. And then I'm going to take the little orange guy and show you what we talked about. Ooh, maybe I have to zoom a little more in on that. Okay, got to zoom in a little more, Ed. We'll zoom in. This is 1306 Gilmore Lane. Not that long of a road, going from around the boundary. Okay, the boundary of the airport, and going kind of in a little bit of a east-northeast direction. So we're going to go down here to the spot where this house is. Let me make sure I got this. Might have to zoom out again. It's a little more difficult. Takes a little more skill when I have to hold the camera with one hand, my phone actually, and then actually do this with the other. But I could not bring my tripod up to Pennsylvania. All right, here we go. This is the property right here. And it also doesn't help that my dad's internet is a little slower than mine at home. All right, this is the property right here, as you can see. And as we talked about, it does sit a little bit back from the road. As you can see here. Yep, looking around, you can see that this is just a kind of a regular street in suburban. I'll just take a little trip down here. Just to show you what the surrounding area is like. So, and now I'll go back out to satellite view, and you will see what we were talking about. You'll see Leah's talked about this field behind the house. That's this field right here. So I guess it's conceivable that Lisa left. Maybe she did walk across this field and onto this other street. I don't know if there's any fences or anything to stop that. But zooming out, pretty urban area. However, as we know with Bowman, he disappeared in an even more urban area and unfortunately was sadly found deceased only a quarter-mile away from where he was dropped off by the Uber driver. Not saying that happened with Lisa's, but we do have to be reminded, we have to remember those things when we start looking at maps. And if we start talking about people who might have walked off, could Lisa have gotten picked up? I think it's certainly possible. Zooming in here once again and going down to Street View, I think you can perfectly understand that somebody could have, right there. And there's a house back there. It's not that house right next to the road. It's this one in the back. There is a building back there. And so it's certainly conceivable that somebody could have pulled over here to the far side of the screen right there, pulled in, and none of her family members could have known. It's certainly conceivable. And we've run into this before. Do you remember Layla Faulkner? Similar situation. A woman at home with her family. She was there and then she wasn't there. And did she walk off? Did somebody pick her up? Don't think most people are too sure one way or the other. So there you go. That is the map analysis for the disappearance of Lisa Marie Green. And I hope you will go to Google Maps and maybe check it out for yourself. So thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I hope to talk to all of you again very soon.